All right, welcome back to Shadows Over the Waterdeep. This is Series 1, Sunless Citadel. The Dark Star Syndicate traveled to the town of Oakhurst during the winter and have made their camp outside of the ravine. They sent in the first detachment, a group of 5 adventurers who descended down into the ravine and then down into the Citadel. They awakened a throng of kobolds after ruthlessly butchering their vanguard, the person who stood guard outside and was the first representative of the kobold group. And they were forced to retreat back out the way they came, leaving little much more than a couple of chalk marks and a bit of their blood on the stone cobbles. Joining the newest group, the second detachment that will be sent out the following morning, the two main returners, the ones that were in the original group, are Everin, the ranger, and Vilm, the druid, who are charged with making sure those who wish to enter next have a good eye for what they would have seen while they were down there to evade any possible pitfalls that can be avoided. And added to our group, awakening in the morning in the camp, a bit cold, but close enough to a fire to stay not completely frozen, are 3 new adventurers, 3 members of the Dark Star Syndicate. We'll go ahead and start with Jason. Tell us a little bit about Falcoris.
So Falcoris is a you can tell he's a half elf. He's got the ears, obviously, but he's small, thin build, about 5'4" ish, maybe 120 pounds. He wears a black hooded outfit. Think like lots of leather and kind of straps and stuff. He's got what looks like it's very obvious scarring up and down his arms from something. Looks like blade cuts. He has like kind of spiky blonde hair that pokes out from underneath the hood. He doesn't talk a whole lot. And he tends to stay in the shadows.
Okay. Also accompanying you into the dungeon is one of the 2 individuals who I didn't really give a short detail on during your walk from Waterdeep to Oakhurst because of the nature of the beast, or the character rather. Lewis, tell us a little bit about Osiris, and be sure to explain what form he currently holds.
He's a simple man, naturally 6 foot tall, fairly skinny, pale, white eyes, white hair. Currently in the form of a handsome rogue. It's familiar to some people.
Okay. So dashing and dapper, and looks like he's a bit on the kind of loose with the laws. All right. And then last but not least, there is a 5th member, and Shaq, tell us a little bit about Dawntak.
Dawntak is a stout, relatively short compared to the humans, turtle-looking creature. The picture in the description is pretty accurate.
Just a note too, for the streaming, there is no visual, so just keep that in mind.
Well, I need you to fix that. Thanks.
Can't. Sorry.
He's got a greenish tone to his skin, and wears a turtle shell, obviously, on his back. That's part of him, but then also has a turtle shell loosely strapped to his chest, which underneath you can see his cloths. He's Pretty obviously by the medallion that he wears around his neck, a member of the church from the city Waterdeep. And he's also very quiet. He hasn't really made conversation with anybody, and he's been seen just wandering around camp, kind of picking up loose rocks and twigs and such, and playing around with random animals that may be around. And he carries a scepter or a mace on his belt that's made out of turtle shells as well.
Okay. One thing that has been mentioned by members of the group outside of the company, specifically an individual named Guy Slane, but also a couple of other individuals who will be roped into this at a later time. They basically are urging you to try and establish a location inside of the dungeon that can serve as a base camp. Not to so much to say move the entirety of the company down, but to kind of create a safe location inside of the Citadel that can act as kind of a staging point for adventures in the future. So with that said, you do have a task outside of the archetypal smash doors down and kill all the monsters inside, or however you want to go about that. But yeah, that kind of gives you guys a secondary kind of charge. With that being said, you guys walk up to the ravine, and you see it as you saw it before. For those that have already been here, there are a couple of pillars in the ground near and around the ravine. On the opposite side, there appear to be some more. There's graffiti in the Davik script all over these pillars, and there is a knotted rope that hangs from one particularly secure-looking pillar, which, based on what you have overheard from the other party, this rope is the means to enter down into the ravine and to the Citadel. So, if you have any questions about this location, feel free to ask that at this stage. If you don't have any questions, I will require some checks.
Not questions.
No questions here.
Okay, so then you're going to be climbing down. The nature of the rope is it's knotted, so you have advantage on your athletics check, but I will require a strength athletics check, or if you want to be thoughtful about how you descend, you can go ahead and give me a different means to how you might do that.
So, are we able to use like acrobatics for that? Like, can I?
Yeah. So what you're watching happen as you kind of walk over there and kind of like, getting your hands ready, getting ready to descend down, you do see the roguish looking fellow kind of walk out onto the ropes and kind of start climbing down. But you notice that he's, not very well perched on the ropes, and you notice that he slips relatively quickly. Jason, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw. And Lewis, do likewise.
Oh no!
Okay. Oh, alright, so I hate to be this guy, but we're doing it. So Lewis, you fall about 50 feet. Because of the wind and such, there's not much in the way of resistance, but you do kind of dead drop straight down to the platform, taking 13 points of damage. Are you still conscious or no?
If that had been 3 more damage, I would have been insta-dead.
Okay, so I assume you're down. That said, everybody select your token, including you, Lewis, on the main page. And once you've selected it, roll initiative.
Yeah, they went down before Vilm could think of the words to mention the rats.
Did I fall down there too, John?
No. You tried to reach out and grab a hold of his hand, and failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Had you rolled a 1, maybe, but no,
Sorry.
he didn't drag you down
Sorry.
with him.
I tried.
Okay, so that's everyone. Descending. And, Osiris, you're first, so death saving throw. Success. And you're not getting worse. You guys hear, and you, especially Falcoris, you watch him fall into the darkness. And he's about 50 feet down. You have dark vision, so you can kind of see his outline in the dim light of your vision. And he hit hard. And basically, as he's lying there, you see him kind of turn his head to the side and spit blood out. But he doesn't seem to be consciously doing it. It's more like a reflex that caused that. All right, Everin, you're up. What would you like to do?
Did that one just fall?
Oh no.
All right.
I'll walk over to the edge and look down.
If you have dark vision, you see him. If you
I
don't, you can kind of hear the sound of spluttering. And
I guess I'll try and climb down now.
Okay. Good. And did you already make an athletics check or no? No, no one has. Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh boy. Oh, I have.
You have advantage. So
okay.
you can climb down because you perceived. I'm going to say that was your action to try and look down there. I didn't really make you make a perception check, but to kind of figure it out. So you won't be able to dash or anything, but you are able to make it down half your speed. So 15 feet out of 50. All right. Falcoris. At this stage, you are 50 feet up. He's 50 feet down. And in between you and him on the rope is the ranger.
Dang it.
If you want to dash and climb down to like overlap Everin, I will require an athletics check. However, you won't be making it at advantage because you'll be trying to climb over a person. More around a person, but you get what I'm meaning.
I can do that with acrobatics too, right?
I'll allow it.
All right.
You are falling, so yeah. I mean, you're just falling down a rope is really what's happening.
Just kind of free falling, grabbing it, sliding and
yeah. I let
doing cool stuff.
I let Matt, his character Alamar, do it. So yeah, more than fair. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. 17 is good enough. You can dash down the rope, so it will be your speed. So you're 30 feet down.
So 30, yeah.
Dontak, you are 50 feet up, and there are 2 people on the line now. If you are wanting to dash past them, you'd probably be able to make it to Falcoris' position, but because there's 2 in the way, at this stage, it's now going to be straight disadvantage roll. If you want to climb just down to your normal speed, just regular roll. And if you don't want to climb, obviously don't roll.
I do want to climb.
You want to climb?
How many people are still up at the top?
Right now, it's you and Bill, the elf druid.
Alright, so I want to attempt to get just below the ledge and brace myself there for a second.
Okay. What? You're just trying to brace yourself on like the edge of the rope, so you're just down a little bit?
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Okay. If you want.
What are you trying to do?
And I'll brace myself there and offer my shoulders as like footsteps, so that someone less athletic can brace their feet on it and just travel down the rope, so they can be aided.
Okay. So, again, the rope is already kind of acting as like a pretty solid anchor point, and it's knotted, so there you can't advantage the advantage.
Sure.
Right. So yeah, that's fine. You're just trying to offer what support you can. Vilm,
Yep.
As stated, the line now has Tortle at the top, Josh Groban about 15 feet down, and then Fallout Boy about 30 feet down.
Down.
You're up at the top, and you're pretty sure that all the way at the bottom, Osiris is dying.
If nobody takes the offer of the help, which doesn't sound like they're going to need it anyway, then I would take my full.
Yeah, Vilm just grabs her temple and sighs, and then I'll healing word him.
Okay, hold on a second. You said what, Chef? You're trying to climb down your full speed?
Yeah, I was just saying that if
Okay.
no one was going to need the help, take the offer, then I would just continue to climb.
So you're not trying to dash because you already wasted your action trying to stabilize. So go ahead and make just a straight athletics roll. No advantage or disadvantage.
Fall.
Everin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. So what happens is he falls about 15 feet, like climbing down. The rope is a bit more slippery than he had thought because of the snow. It had a bit of light snow last night. And he falls a pretty good distance and kind of hits you and kind of causes you to roil. But you catch him with your arm. And he's pretty heavy, but not so heavy that it causes you to, lose any destroying. You catch him and swing him back onto the rope. He slams into the stone wall, but is now 5 feet beneath you. Shaft, you're going to be taking...
Like 600 pounds.
Yeah, because he's not lifting you with his weight. He's basically fulcruming you to the rope. He's not grabbing 600 pounds and trying to deadlift it. He's just kind of changing your direction with his arm and shoulder. He's not taking any damage because he's more or less just kind of like Aikido moving you to the rope, and you're taking 3 as your tortoise shell pounds into the wall.
We need to just toss Shaft down the hole. I'll catch him next, and then I'll throw him down.
Smart.
Exactly. If I land on my shell, I'm good, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then, Vilm, you just look over the edge, look down, 60 feet, healing word, roll your hit points for Osiris. So you're at 4 hit points there, Lewis.
Half elf.
Also, because you fell unconscious, you would have reverted back to your generic shape, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So, you guys would notice that his face, when he's down there, is pale white, and his eyes are like solid white orbs set in huge sockets. And then once he kind of comes to, I assume, Osiris, your first action is to kind of, and cover yourself up.
Probably revert back into good old Hadrian, if possible.
Okay.
I think I can do it. I don't know what the limit to changelings doing that is.
Yeah, I think it's infinite. So, yeah. Cool. Alright, everybody has made a decent enough athletics check, with the exception of Shaft, to climb down. So, Shaft, just give me one more athletics check since you have a second opportunity here. You're only descending down from 30 feet up, so... Okay, you guys all make it down to the landing if that is your goal.
I haven't rolled.
Oh, sorry. Vilm, go ahead.
I might get more rope burns this time. I'm being very careful because I learned my lesson last time.
Okay. Yeah, you make it down. You remember to put on gloves before climbing down, and you also see the folly of the others with the slipping. So you make sure your gloves have you kind of reach down, grab a bit of dirt, and kind of dust them up so they're nice and grippy, and then you descend on down. When you guys come to, there's a landing. There's about 3 dead rats lying on the ground. Looks like 2 of them have bolts in their head, and one of them looks like it's been kind of stabbed in with a dagger and gutted. There's an old fire pit. There seem to be tracks, a lot of fresh ones, which you presume is the most recent group, and there are stairs that descend down into the darkness. In the darkness ahead of you, basically towards the western wall of the ravine, you see the outline, the shadow of what looks to be like an old citadel or castle, which you presume is the titular Sunless Citadel. And you make your way down the steps. You arrive at the base, and for Vilm and for Everin at a familiar location where the chalk line etched on the ground shows the where you marked the trap, the walkable portion of the trap. Everybody, let me see if I can do that centering thing. What do I press again? How did it go?
Shift and then just ping them out. Hold shift, that is.
Did it work?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
Yes. That is cool.
cool. All right.
I'll light a lantern.
Okay. Let me get you. $60-30, right?
Yeah, it's hooded.
Cool. You do see that the door is left open just as you left it.
I like how no one has corrected film, so she's gonna tell them, careful, floor door.
Follow the marked path.
Okay. Everett, as you kind of step out, you hear like a scurrying sound from the rubble to the south, just as you did last time. But this is a lot louder than that time.
Does it? Do I recognize the sound? Like, is it?
It definitely sounds like the
from
rats from before, but it sounds like there's more than just the one that you had left in the. Basically, there was one that everybody kind of stood and stared at while people were drawing chalk lines. This sounds like there's a bunch more.
There may be rats below. Just leave them be. We have more important matters to deal with.
Okay. Do you make your way into the tower then?
Yeah, I'll walk in, but I'll sort of wait for everyone too. Though I'm not sure if they're just. I understand that rope was scary, guys.
So, of course, you see him after Vilm says floor door and kind of points at the stone of this kind of battlement. You see that there's a chalk line that's been drawn in the shape of like a bridge across the stone. And Everin is very careful to walk across the path that his feet do not exit the chalk lines. Do you follow in tow? Or in turn?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yep, you guys enter into the tower. You see that there are a couple of dead goblins. One still pierced solidly through with a spear. On the back wall, there appear to be draconic markings on the western wall across from where you're at. There are two doors. One is ajar, the northern door, and one appears to be shut, the southern door.
We went to the north last time. There's goblins beyond that path. Or not goblins, kobolds. Goblins are in here. They're dead.
Not all small, killable, throwaway creatures are the same, okay?
It is a shame. If it had been goblins, I could have spoken to them, given them some information.
So, decision time. For the new people, if there's anything you want to check out while you're down here, just let me know. I think I've mentioned everything that's proper. Yeah, any questions, any concerns, any ideas?
Good question. It's not related to the room, but I'm not sure how to add spells to the ship. Sorry.
Okay, so you'll just select I, the I at the top.
Yep. Found them.
Type in the spell name you want. So let's say Cure Wounds. Then once you have that listed on your list there, just grab the name of it and just drag it onto your character sheet. It should bring up a thing that says add to character sheet when you hover it over your character sheet. But you literally just pick it up and drag and drop it over to your sheet. Is that working for you? Hold on a second.
Okay, found it.
You got it?
I had it detached, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, with that said, back to focus in game. You're in a tower, the interior of which has been pretty much gutted out over time. There's a bit of rubble on the ground from portions of it, but it looks like most of it was wooden in here and has rotted away. You can see holes in the stone where posts for the floors above and the stairs ascending upwards would have been placed. With that said, the main features are the dead goblins, the opposite doors. One that's open slightly, that Everin says that's the way they went before and there were kobolds that way, and one to the south that appears to be shut. And if you recall correctly, was locked.
So, I mean, if you guys already went the north way, and you say there's kobolds down there, I'd rather not leave them behind us if we go the other way. Myself. We're
Don't
talking
wanna
a
do
lot
that.
of kobolds.
There was about a
Many.
dozen.
Many.
What is
At
life
least a
without
dozen,
bit
I
of
think. That's what we heard.
Lewis, Shaft, anything to add in?
What is life without a bit of risk? Better to explore a new area than such the same old.
All right.
Shaft, anything to add?
Kind of stare aimlessly around.
Okay. So yeah, the door to the north is still left open though. That said, you guys want to check out the southern door, see what that's about?
It was locked last time, right?
No, actually, if I recall correctly, you guys did never actually check it.
Oh. It was a different door that was locked.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
was-
there was a lock.
There was one. It's actually in that hallway, if you were to go in.
I'm gonna draw my bow ready just in case.
So you guys want to go south? I'll check it, I guess.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
I'll
want to
like
explore.
check for traps and stuff.
Okay. Just go off your passive for this one. Yeah, you're good. You open the door. Upon doing
Yep.
so, it enters into a long hall that moves to the south of the Citadel. You do see that a lot of the back wall that you're looking at too looks like it's actually crumbled in, and you also notice that there are several holes and burrow holes of what you presume is rat traversing holes. You assume, based off of this and what you've seen so far, that this entire citadel is probably a rat cellar, and kind of disturbing. So they might be able to just pop out of anywhere, but from your position there, it doesn't sound like there are any present.
You said there was corpses in this room, the tower room, right?
4 goblins. Yep, one's pinioned to the wall by a spear.
Can I go grab the spear?
Yeah, pull it out. You got a spear. Congratulations.
And then I'd like to cast the light through it.
Oh, you mean on the spear?
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor and make me a perception check. Let me know what you got.
4.
Okay. You got a spear and light, and it kind of blinds you for a second, and then you see that everyone's kind of moving into that hallway. And a bit more, too, about the old approach. You do see that there is a door on the western wall, kind of descending down from where you're located. But you also notice that the western wall, it's a stone door. And there's a rearing dragon carved in relief on the facade of it. The door has a single keyhole that appears to be situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth. It kind of coils around to a point where its head is just above where the door handle is.
Yeah, I'll approach that door quietly and then
Okay.
take a closer look.
All right. You can make one of the 3 following checks, your choice. Either a intelligence investigation, wisdom perception, or intelligence arcana.
12.
On
Investigation.
okay, the door appears to be locked, just based on the fact that there's a keyhole present, and just all sense of being kind of tells you that it is indeed locked.
This path appears locked, unless someone has another way through.
The keyhole also kind of denotes that it is a very specific kind of key. If this were a Zelda dungeon, it wouldn't be just any regular old key, it would be a master key.
Could I go have a nosy at the lock in
Yeah.
presentation? Something in the way of lockpicks?
If you want to check it out, you can make one of the 3 following checks, as I mentioned to him, either intelligence investigation, intelligence arcana, or wisdom perception, your choice. Let me know what you got.
40 on the Arcana check.
Yeah, just always assume I can't see what you're doing because the watchers can't. Okay. You're pretty sure that there's something magical about this whole deal. You do see what look like kind of old etchings of glyphs around the lock hole. You don't know what that means. You just know that there's some sort of magic present here.
I know not to touch it. So yeah, I'll walk back towards the others afterwards.
Okay. Vilm, go ahead and make me, since there's a bit more light in this room now than last time, go ahead and make me a perception check.
24.
You're kind of paying attention to everyone and what they're doing, but you notice that over by the goblin on the southernmost portion of it, there appears to be something off about the wall. And as you kind of stare and look it over, you notice that there's a masonry block that looks like it can be pulled by reaching into like a crevasse or like a crack in between it and the other blocks and kind of pull it as if it were a lever. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on a second here. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, Vilm will be nosy and put her hand in and try.
Okay. Make saving throw, dexterity saving throw.
17.
Really good. You reach in, you hear kind of a sound of like metal grinding against steel. You pull your hand out really quick and you look at the hole you put your hand in and you see that 3 needles, a needle, single needle, that's 3 inches long, kind of drops out into the stone lever where you'd put your hand. And realize that it's coated with a greenish colored stain, but whatever it was, based on your knowledge of nature, kind of tells you that it's been here for a long, long time, and whatever it was, poison or venom of some sort, has long since gone past its expiration date. You're now free to reach in and open the lever if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll try again.
Okay, the second you do, you hear the stirrings from beyond the passageway that opens up. The stone kind of rumbles aside, and you hear and the clacking of armor, you presume. Based on your positioning now, everybody select your token and roll initiative. As 3 skeletons start to kind of mosey out of the opening you created. Alright, everybody good to roll? Highest on the initiative board is Dontak, kind of standing in the center of the room watching everybody do what they do, holding your double turtle shelled headed mace in one hand. You see these undead start to come out of the shadows of this wall that's been opened up by Vilm. What would you like to do?
I will walk up here. Behind, who's that? We just opened that.
Vilm.
Does she look relatively... I didn't get...
She doesn't. She looks like a druid. A wood elf druid.
Alright.
I'm not beefy.
Okay.
There's definitely space between you and her and the creatures if you wanted to intercede.
I do. I'll pull my mace out and I'll just go ahead and black it.
Okay.
Don't talk perfect. So the opening is only in front of me then, right?
Correct.
See. Okay. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and swing it.
You effectively have them boxed in. Yeah, that'll hit.
I rolled a 22.
Damage. Just click on the word mace in the chat, and it should drop the damage on you. Wow. Okay. So Vilm, it opens up, and you see like the horror of these skeletons clattering towards you. Don't talk, protect, and walks in between you and them. Drops the turtle shell down on the skeleton, and just this fine dust explodes out of the hole as that skeleton, the lead skeleton, is just broken into just pieces, dust. It smells like if you've ever had your teeth worked on and they've done drilling, that's what it smells like in here. Just bone dust.
He turns around and gives like a half turtle and puts a shield in the doorway. He detaches it from his chest and sticks it kind of as a new door.
Okay. Everin, you see Dontalk going to work.
I'll pull out my crossbow and I'll sort of just speak out towards that other room that we have company to the other two people.
Okay.
And I'll take a shot at the one I can see.
Okay. Do me a favor and make me a perception check as well as you take the shot.
18.
You know that you realize that as you say that aloud to the others in the other room, your voice echoes in the tower, and it seems to kind
I didn't shout.
Well, I know.
I said it.
Oh, I know. But you did say it loud enough for them to hear you, and it kind of creates like it's not like yelling. It's not booming across the entire citadel or anything. It's just a lot louder than you would have preferred it. So, take your shot.
20.
That hits damage.
8.
Okay. You fire at the one that you can see in the back, and it hits. Yeah. It's still standing. It's got a bolt stuck in this part of the other, and it seems to be kind of slightly. Yeah, it's damaged. Osiris, go ahead.
I'll take a second shot too.
Okay.
25
Also
or 7.
hits. You manage to scope in on, like, the first one kind of hits the jaw and knocks it off. The second one hits the skull and just top plates it right off the back end of the spine, and the whole thing kind of just, I can't do the sound effect, but like falls apart like very traditional video game style into a pile there.
I'll just step to the side and that's my turn.
Okay. Alright, Osiris.
I'm gonna move up to here and just make up the scouting through the doorway, so I'm gonna firebolt it.
Okay. There's one in there. It's got pretty good cover because of everything in the way, but yeah, you can take a shot. 13 AC plus 5 for 3/4 cut. Yeah, it's gonna miss. So it just blasts against the sidewall.
It's a 10.
Yeah, it's pretty boxed in there, so. Alright, Falcoris. Okay.
Am I the only frontliner in this group?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So make sure I knew my role.
Osiris, Falcoris moves behind you. Once he does so, kind of makes some arcane gestures. you see force kind of emanate around him and then clink into place. Do you want yours to be visible or invisible, Jason?
Jason, we can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted, buddy. Or you're pushed to talk and you forgot. Okay, not a big concern. No worries. I got the action. It's fine. The single remaining skeleton will kind of pop out and face to face with Dontac. And I'll get one good swing with these guys, I hope. Maybe. We'll see. 19 hit your AC?
Yep.
Take 3 points of damage. As he kind of weasels his short sword in between, like right over your shield, and kind of catches you across the cheek.
Pull it out like a bit of a reptilian.
Alright.
Like a cow.
It was more of a kind of like a...
Yeah, like a lizard.
Yeah. Film, you're up.
Gonna take a step backward and shoot.
Okay. Yeah, so he's only got the...
Or not.
Yep. It kind of bounces off of Dontac's shell and kind of skitters off into the hole, but not exactly precisely where you would wanted it to go. Alright, Dontac.
I'll bash this last one with a revenge hit.
Okay. Roll damage. Yeah, you drop the mace right on its head and break it apart just like you did the last one. They seem to be very vulnerable to your mace. But yeah, that's all 3 of them. What would you guys like to do after the conclusion of the fight?
Duntuck strap his shield back up and then grab a hold of his Ankh, I guess is what we're gonna call it,
Mm-hmm.
and start summoning or praying.
Okay.
And he'll cast a spell.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mage armor visible or invisible until it's like it's struck.
Totally visible, totally sexy.
Yes.
All yellow.
It's like Yellow Lantern armor. Awesome.
Yes,
Oh.
bingo. Or like the Star Trek like force field overlays.
Oh yes.
I was just imagining Mass Effect tech armor.
Also good, but yellow. Yes. Okay. Dontac is healing himself. Meanwhile, let's go with Vilm next. What would you like to do after the conclusion of that combat?
Investigate the bodies here.
Okay. You find that they all have short swords, which are serviceable. A bit old, and kind of rusted, but serviceable. They all have 20 arrows. The arrowheads are made out of obsidian, so they're not rusted or rotted or anything. And the shafts are pretty sturdy, despite your presumption of their age. One of the arrows on each of them seems to be special and slotted inside of a special slot in the quivers. The fletching on all of the arrows is kind of brownish colored, and your assumption is probably from some kind of, bird that's typically eaten, like a chicken or something. No, not a chicken, but something a bit more sturdy with decent feathers. But these special arrows that are kind of notched to the side, have kind of white feathers set in them. And they do appear to be kind of more ornate than the other 20 arrows in those sockets. They each have a coin purse. I need you to roll me 6d10 and then 3d10. Okay, so 43 silver and 18 gold pieces. Total of 60 arrows and 3 special arrows is what you find. And then
Anybody other than Film use arrows?
No, I've got a crossbow.
Not done talk.
Alright, I'll hold on to them for now then.
Okay. And do you want to kind of muster up the 60 arrows as well?
Yep.
Okay. Just add that to your character sheet and the weight. And then the gold, do you split it out to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Figure out your split on that. And
And that was 43 copper and 18 silver, right?
43 silver, 18 gold.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Based on the remnants of their attire, they appear to be human guardsmen that were kind of left at this place. If anybody investigating them and kind of looking at them as this is happening wants to make an intelligence history check, you can.
Yeah, after I heal myself in my go exam.
As Osiris kind of looks them over, you do recognize the very, very old styling and patterning Chef Dontok does as well. That these soldiers here are old Waterdevian militiamen. So your presumption is that this place was held by Waterdeep at one point, probably when it was above ground, some several hundred years ago, probably well before the Sundering.
These men from Waterdeep. That is a...
Okay. That stated. What's next? What do you guys do next?
So I'm gonna pass up on. So I'm only taking 3 gold, so 3 people are gonna get 4 gold out of the 18. Yeah, because it's a specific coin, so we have to.
Yeah, unless somebody has change.
I mean, I'll just take the lesser share. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, whoever takes 1 less gold just takes 10 silver.
Right.
And then we split the remaining 23 silver. Each of us get 4 silver in addition. And then there's just 3 silver left over.
I'll pass on the silver too. I got the arrows here.
So she's taking the claim on the arrows and saying she's skipping out on the gold. So you're splitting the stuff 4 ways, not 3
Yeah.
or 5.
I'm not taking the gold or the silver.
Right.
Oh, and that changes everything.
So then we each get at least the 4. 2 of us would get 5. The other 2 that didn't get 4 would get 10 silver each. And then there'd be 23 silver to split between the 4 of us, so
I'll just
5
take
each.
4 gold.
We just put the extra 3 in.
To give the extra 3 to them.
So you would get like 4.5 gold each, basically.
4 gold, 5 silver. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
If I look in this room, is there anything special about this room, or is it just kind of where some old
The
skeletons were?
rubble and broken up nature of it, you're not able to kind of tell what the purpose of this room is. If you have history trained, I'll let you make a check. But if not, one of the 2 who were rolling insanely good kind of check in and would note that this appears to be basically like an archer's segment on the tower. And based on the positioning of the crenellations and the battlements outside that you walked up to, your assumption is that this was basically a place to fire down arrows on the outside of the castle, and also on that battlement if it were ever sieged.
All right, Film is learning something new.
I would think the main disconnect for film would be that this place is underground and is covered with rocks, and like kind of picturing it outside of that context is probably the hardest part for film. Probably never having been in a castle like this, and that's what they're kind of trying to explain to you. So that said, where to next?
Looks like it's kobolds.
Okay.
I got something for him.
Everin, if you kind of come into the hallway, I want you and only Vilm to make perception checks because you're noticing the differences as to what's happened here.
23.
Keen-eyed Everin.
I'm busy.
Yep,
6.
you're focused on other things. Everin, you notice 3 things immediately that make you go, oh shit. In the time that you were resting, they actually apparently did some work. Thing number 1 is you see that there's a trip line between the 2 doors. So if either of the 2 doors were opened, the trip line would be pulled. You're kind of looking around and trying to see what it would do, and looking up at the ceiling, you notice that there's kind of like a weird. This is thing number 2. There's this what appears to be kind of a sack that has kind of a seam in the center of it, and it appears to be kind of dripping liquid. Based on what you can see of it, it looks like it's filled with filth, probably shit, like feces and all sorts of foul, awful things. And if you were to trip the line, it would cause that crap to fall down on your head, which is gross. It would also probably be loud. And then the third thing that you notice is on the far door, there appears to be a line attached to the door handle, so that if it were opened, it would probably trigger some sort of trap inside of the room where you found Meepo in the first place.
Okay, I'll approach it a little closer and see if there's some way I can disable them. I'm not proficient in Thieves' Tools, but I feel like you could disable something like this without Thieves' Tools.
Assuredly so. So what I'm going to have you do is, since you're trying to figure out how it would be disabled, intelligence investigation check will basically be your disarming check.
24.
In a matter of seconds, you guys watch him kind of go into a flurry of movement, and you come back with the trap completely disarmed. You now have a 15-foot length of wire, a bag full of kobold feces.
I'll leave that.
Yeah. And that's basically the main points of the trap.
And I'll check out the door too.
As you're kind of listening into it, you realize that there's probably kobold on the other side of the door that was originally, not that door, the door to the north. You remember that that room was left empty. It appears that tenants have taken it over.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will stealthily return to the party.
Right now I have my bow drawn at Lewis's character.
And I'll let them know.
So
We have a room full of kobolds up ahead.
You come back in, and you see
Door
that
at the end is trapped.
Vilm is pointing her bow at herself, but the other herself is dressed like Osiris used to be.
weirdness. Darkstar knows some weird people.
Do you speak Draconic, John Schaff?
I do.
Okay. You read it. It says, you read the runes on the wall. It says Asher Dalon.
I try to interpret what that.
It's a name. It's definitely a name. You can make a history check if you want to try and think about it. You're rolling hot tonight, my boy. Asher Dalon is a big red dragon that back during the time before the Sundering was kind of causing some problems. There's a place not too far from here known as the Ashen Plains, and you recall that there was a battle between Asher Dalon and some others on Asher Dalon's way to Waterdeep to destroy it. And Asher Dalon fought a druid and was defeated when the druid ripped out the dragon's heart with her spear.
Okay.
So, just so people know what's going on in the chat, Osiris is a changeling, and he's changed himself to look like Vim, and basically he's playing a mocking game and kind of gesturing and doing the exact actions that Vim is doing.
Are we familiar with changelings?
Yeah,
Or are
there's.
they
based on what you kind of know about the party makeup, you would know that there are two in your group. They've been referred to as doppelgangerlings by the higher ups in your company, in the syndicate. But yeah, you would know Osiris's nature before Osiris kind of came into the group. You'd also know that there's another one of these changelings in the group as well. And I can't remember his name for the life of me right now, so... Oh wait, yeah, I can. It's Vok.
Changeling, focus. There's kobolds up ahead, and they're more dangerous than just some knotted rope. I won't have your trick. Won't have you playing around getting me killed.
They all burn the same. That just makes it interesting.
But yeah, what do we want to do? I would say we ambush the ones in the room and then worry about the other room after.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, I don't think we should leave that doo-doo behind, man. You know, what if you have to go deep cover? You know, it might make you smell like them. You could, you know, rub it all over yourself.
That is as deep as the cover as you get. I mean, you certainly would start talking like Arnold at that point. Come on! Come on, do it!
If we were to ambush them, I could start with a burning hands.
That was kind of my plan, so...
If you want the sack, I left it, so go for it.
Dontok puts his finger in the poop and wipes it under his eyes like we're...
Okay.
Not the eyes, that's how you get pink eye.
I don't know if that worked for turtles.
Dontok eyes already. That's my action.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, this is the situation as you see it. In the there's two doors, one to the north, one to the south. Everin and Vim, if they recall to you, will tell you that the door to the south was locked. And then the door opposite, the west door, is the door where they found the kobold they murdered.
So is the plan we go up here, ambush these guys through this far door, and cook them dead? Because that's what I heard.
If that is the plan, I want everybody to make a group stealth check. So everybody make a stealth check.
That's surprisingly bad.
Don't worry, one film rolled good. I rolled 18.
Oh, sorry. Who am I missing? Oh, Shaft.
Shaft.
Stealth check, please.
He's quiet, though.
Well, we'll see how quiet he is.
Sorry, what?
Make a stealth check.
Oh, I'm...
He's sneaky.
Just make a stealth check.
Hold on.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
You guys kind of march over to the door, and being really quiet, he's kind of whispering. He's like, so is the plan we're going to just barge in there and get him? As he was saying, Jason was just a moment ago. And in reply to that, Everin's like, yeah, that's the plan. He's kind of walking over to the door. Duntok's just kind of big turtle man, kind of clomping about. And Vilm is kind of like absent-mindedly kind of talking to herself. You hear from inside the sound of exclamation points appearing on top of heads, and kind of a noise from the other side of the door. It doesn't sound like they know exactly what's happening, but it sounds like they're aware that something is happening. So that said, surprise is not present, but you do have actions that you can take if you want to take them without intercession from them. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get an initiative board out and roll some initiative. Highest up is Bill, and you're just outside the way there, and you hear, stuff's going on. Oh, is everyone rolled?
You guys hear me? Dang it, my thing keeps messing up. I'm so sorry, guys. Here, what are we doing? Rolling initiative?
Yeah, roll an initiative.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think we're missing Shafto, I think? No, he's in there. Never mind.
My bad.
Perfectly all right. Shaft, what's your dexterity?
8.
Okay, they're faster than you in that regard. Okay. Highest up on the initiative was Vilm. So yeah, you're just outside. The door's still closed. There isn't a shit trap. And everyone's kind of moving over to a position which would basically be kind of like a breach and clear kind of thing. That obviously isn't going to happen as initially planned. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stand here and ready in action.
Fire if something becomes visible? This I assume is what it is?
No.
Okay.
I'll step in and ready in action.
Okay. Everin.
I'll step up, open the door. That's just item interaction, right?
Yeah, it's movement, yeah.
Oh.
If the door is especially hard to open, then yeah, it's an action. But this one's just... You open it up. There are 3 kobolds on the other side. They appear to have their weapons equipped. And it looks like they have taken this turn to attach their shields.
So have they attached it, or they're not?
Basically, like, their
Okay.
exclamation point turn was attaching shields.
Alright, I'll attack the one to my right first.
Okay. The one on the far back is holding a sling. Okay, that'll hit, yeah, for sure. You don't have, like, any feats that give you point-blank shot or anything, right?
I do. I have crossbow expert.
Oh, you're killing me here.
That's why I've been attacking twice.
Okay, yeah. Crit and kill. You said the one on your left?
Right.
Right.
I'll attack the one on my left next, though.
Yeah, that's fine. You come in and you put one crossbow to the right, just like crossing your putting your arms out like Christ style. Put one into one's head, pull the trigger. Put one into the other's head, pull the trigger. Both just fall away from you with bolts in their heads. Dead.
And then I'll just step out and
I
tell
can
them
see half
there's
of
one left.
Oh, there's one left?
There's not one that you can see left, but yeah.
No, yeah. The one I could see he killed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he basically
That's my turn.
Boondock Saints did it and backed away from the corpses. It sounds like there's one in there, but you also hear what sounds like a watery sound from you, Everin. It's actually doubly so for you, Falcoris. It sounds like there's water coming from the door to the south, but it also sounds like there's water coming from the door to the north. Do you get my meaning?
Yeah.
Falcoris, it's your up.
Well, I think what I'm gonna do is spring up here
Just one remaining.
and blast this dude with firebolt.
Show me.
Wow.
Damage. So it'll do 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you fire the shot, and he's kind of like crouching and kind of shaking. And as the bolt comes out, he goes and gets hit in the shoulder, but still standing. And then any other movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue back this way, kind of behind the turtle.
Okay, smart. Osiris.
We'll walk up to the doorway. See the kobold there.
Okay. As Falcoris, you're backing away, you see that the kobold's dropping the sling that he had in hand. Osiris, as you're walking into the chamber, you see that he's reaching for a horn on his belt. What would you like to do?
Finish him.
Firebolt
Hit, damage?
to the face.
Roll more than 3.
I rolled.
He gets hit square in the chest. He flings back about 5 feet and slams into the stone wall. And you can see that the burning has basically left a nice patch of melted slag of scale. Yeah, he dead.
I'd like to wander over and pick up the sling.
Okay, you have a sling. And he looks like he had a total of 10 bullets, which are not just pieces of stone. They appear to be kind of, perfectly shaped for the hurling of them. So, a sling and 10 bullets. All right. Immediately concluding the combat there, Dontak and Dontak, you had a remaining action there. Is there anything you want to do?
Clap. walks out of it.
Okay. Everyone kind of looks at you as you're making a bit of noise.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Vilm. Actually, scratch that. Jason, what does Valkoris do?
Well, honestly, I think I'm gonna stick right behind this tortoise guy. I feel pretty safe right here. What's up with that noise, though? Does one of you guys want to go check out the south door?
Now, Everin would have mentioned that that one is locked.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and they had a Goliath try and slam his body against it, and he couldn't sunder the door from its frame.
Yeah, but what was his strength?
If you want to give it a shot, Turtle Man.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Well, it looks like that's about it. Shouldn't we check out this other door over here? Are we still on we're not on an initiative, right?
Off the track, yeah. I was just going from left to right.
Okay.
To kind of, if you have anything you want to do and you want to just chime in at any point, go for it. This is, yeah, out of initiative.
I'm just gonna get ready to blast anything on the other side of that door when our awesome fighter opens it.
Ranger.
I'll grab the horn that the
okay.
kobold probably use.
Yep. And if you
see if they have anything else.
Yeah, they have. They each have a sling, a small shield, and let's see, is it a dagger? Basically, in their hands, it kind of looks like a short sword, but they're daggers. They're pretty decent quality, very similar in kind to the short swords you saw on the skeleton, and similar make as well. The slings are just leather thongs, and they each have a total of 10 bullets, so there are 20 of those remaining.
I'll pass on all that, but I'll hold on
take
to
the
horn.
daggers.
3 daggers.
I'll take the daggers. 2 of them, you said?
3 total.
3 total.
Yep, and then
Take one of them.
Lewis. Oh, sorry. Do you want to fight him for one of those?
Yeah, I was just gonna aside to turn to him.
Oh, you could have one. I don't care. Anybody that wants one.
Okay. And then, Lewis, do you want a total of 30 bullets instead of just the 10 for the sling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
So, cool. Sling and 30 bullets and a dagger for Lewis and 2 daggers for Jason.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. And then back to the western door. Everin,
Yeah.
I'm not going to remind you of anything. I'm going to expect you to have paid attention.
Yeah, I rolled 21 for investigation to check it out.
I know. Yeah, before? Yeah.
Yeah, you said there was I noticed a trap on it before.
Yes, and it was exactly right. Good. It was a wire that was attached to the doorknob that appears to, when the door is pushed open, will activate a trap on the opposite side.
So is there any way to disable that with the 21 roll?
No, with this you're going to need some sort of thieves' tools, or you're going to need to make the check untrained. And if you do not have a set of thieves' tools, you'll be making it untrained at disadvantage.
I moved backwards.
What's Vilm doing over here in the tower? I'm gonna go hang out with her.
I have my bow drawn, just ready.
I'm definitely not getting blown up, man.
Osiris?
Go for it.
Osiris looks like a thief.
Yeah, this is not what.
I can
This is
try.
the opposite of what I've done in the past. So I'm not gonna try and.
He doesn't have any thieves' tools. I'm out of there. I thought he was a thief.
Osiris will shift back into the form of Hadrian Mercer in presentations. I think they're probably not great quality. But we've spoken about thieves' tool things with presentation before, haven't we, John?
Sorry, say that again.
It's like you use presentation to make some thieves' tools, basically.
No.
It's not really rough one. Just a pick.
Alright.
What if I just blast the door open?
Well, here's the thing. We got a horn, so we could just call for reinforcements and we could set up a trap in this hallway for them.
I can
That's
stand
true.
here in burning hands. Anything that comes through the doorway.
Yeah, you and I could hide behind this door of the room that we've already cleared, and then we could set up some sort of, pinpoint right there so that we could just roast them as they came through.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Just set 2 people in the hallway on either side of the 2 doors, and let them fill those 6 spaces behind it if they run through.
Dontok picks up the bag of poop and puts it out of the way of the fire. Stinky.
Let's see. If you have history trained, you can go ahead and make a history check. Okay, pretty good check. This is more of like a tactics kind of check.
Yep, not me then.
What is the rules of changeling? Like, how often can you change your form?
All the time.
Can you look anything like a kobold?
No. He's
No,
not tall enough.
I could look like one, but I'd be very much clear that I wasn't one because I basically look like a dragon ball. I'd be the same height and rough shape.
So like a godly kobold to them.
So like the lord of all kobolds.
I guess.
Shaft, based on what you rolled, you're on the outskirts of a defensible position. This appears to be some sort of bastion or fortification. And it looks like the trap that they have set is for people who are trying to intrude. Your presumption is the trap is not disarmable from the other side. It'd have to be disarmed from this side if you know how to do it. With that being said, if they were to blow that horn, the kobolds aren't going to come rushing for you. They're just going to be prepared for you when you finally find a way through that door.
Alright.
I think good idea to blow.
Would this be a dexterity check?
It would.
Like a save or just a straight check?
It's a dexterity check.
Oof. You got this.
How does it look complicated from when it is kobold made? So I'm hoping it's not too from my prior investigations. Does it look like a simple?
You were able to recognize what it was and kind of understand it a little bit.
Alright.
You have
Step
an
back,
idea
I'll
of
just
what you need to
disable
do.
it.
You're just not sure how it looks on the other side of the door.
Can I stand behind everyone and if it looks like the trap's gonna go off, try and yank him back?
So you're just prepared to kind of tug him away. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, here we go.
AKA use him as a shield.
Oh, 15.
Okay.
Nice.
So what you very quickly realize as you're finagling with this wire is it's not too unlike the wire that you pulled off of the trip line. But what you start to realize as you're messing with it and kind of pulling it is that
crap.
the way that it's positioned, the way that it's connected, it's not so much that it being open will cause the line to do something. It's that if the line isn't moved with the doorknob as you open the door, it will cause the trap on the other side to activate. So you said you rolled. Where's your dice?
Sorry, I was talking to myself, but I'll screenshot this because I don't think I'll roll this one.
It is right. He just wrote.
I was testing my favorite enemy macro.
I'm gonna need a screen capture, and I want more than just that box. I want the box above it, so I don't think you rolled like 20 times and then got a favorable. All right, that's fair. Okay, you understand that opening the door, you know how to do it. And you are doing so with your check because it's the only way to quote unquote disarm it. You open the door and keep the wire attached to the doorknob so that it does not segment apart. What you realize is that the trap is connected to a rope on the opposite side, and directly above the rope where the rope is connected is a large bag of offal again, directly above the door. This one's quite bigger than the other one. And you presume that if it dropped on you, not only would it make you vomit and you'd be covered in kobold crap, but presumably it's going to slow you up too, because there's so much of it above you.
Okay, so there's a way I could disable this.
You basically have opened the door so that the trap did not trigger. If you were to close the door in the same way carefully, the trap would not have sprung. So, but it would be ready to spring at that point.
Could a strong individual like Dontok, for example, go through the door at this point and grab the rope and then let that down slowly?
Yep, that's correct.
So I'll hold on to that
Yeah.
then.
If you have a strength of 15 or more, you can basically release the rope and slowly lower it down so that it doesn't drop on people.
Don't talk help. How don't talk help?
Do you have a strength of 15 or more?
18.
Yeah, then you are able to lower the rope and the bag of crab down to the floor. This bag is a lot bigger than the last one. It's not one that you'd be able to carry around with you. But you're able to kind of move it aside. If you want, you can put it in the fire pit or you can put it in the cage. And for those of you who haven't been in this room before, sorry. This room has kind of like a bunch of green markings around the fire pit. Excuse me. And there is a fire pit. Looks like it has bits of bone in it. There's a cage that looks like it's been broken. A bench with a bunch of ritualistic things kind of set on it that have gained dust from just no use. There's a bit of blood around where the fire pit is, and it looks like something was dragged out of the fire pit and in towards like the into the Citadel a bit more this way. Everin, knowing what happened here, you assume they dragged Meepo's body away.
Okay, yeah, as they're entering, I'll just sort of caution them to proceed with quietly, just because this is where we encountered them last.
Okay. And you do see that Meepo's bag is still kind of sitting there empty without a Meepo in it. You'd also note, because you're very, very able to see it, is that a very similar trap to the one you were just looking at is present here. And a correction from last session, the door that you saw here, it was kind of obscured to you guys. But as a note, what you're really noticing is that it has a very similar trap to the tripwire. Outside, basically a small bag above it that if you open the door or walk up to the door, it would cause it to spring.
Sorry, where was that again?
That weird door that was here.
Oh, the secret door.
Yeah.
Quote unquote secret.
Quote unquote secret door.
Don't talk
Man,
it
these
all.
little things like to set traps, don't they?
They like to poop.
I also like the food. So that said, you guys would know that the kobolds, when they swarmed and came at you, they came at you from this direction. You guys never went to this door, but it looks like they're trapping it very much the same way that they trapped the door you just came through.
If I sort of listen here, do I hear kobolds beyond this?
It sounds like they're playing with dice. Yeah, it sounds
So
like
there's more kobolds in there. Okay. And what if I go this side?
you kind of looking up at the big thing of crap. You can kind of listen to the door. It still is the grave.
I'll return to my party and just quietly tell them that there's more behind
There's also a door
this door.
here as well with a very similar line, and if you do the same there, you'd also get a similar result. At this stage, though, I want you to make a stealth check. Good enough. Yeah, you move around quietly without causing too much disturbance to the chambers there you're investigating.
And I'll sort of go back to the beginning and just sort of gesture everyone back, and so we can plan quietly.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? Same thing as before, or skip them and go further in? That's probably not a good idea.
No, probably not.
Open, kill one with horn. And I'm going to point to the horn that Everin grabbed.
Then make a perception check real quick.
Sorry, did you say me?
Yeah. As you guys are talking, you can kind of understand that the acoustics in this chamber seem to kind of lead that direction. You're all keeping quiet, but you're assuming that if the din of combat begins in this chamber, or if you try and like enter into one of the side chambers and basically do what you did in that last chamber, it's not going to go exactly the same way. If there's sound that's being had, it'll probably alert more kobolds deeper in the chamber. Unless you do it very quietly. What was that? Couldn't hear you.
Exactly.
You were so quiet.
Did you already listen to these doors too and see if there's anything?
So what did you say was in that big bag?
Shh, a lot of feces.
But you said it would act as like difficult terrain if it was.
Splayed, yeah, if it broke on top of you, it was kind of released down onto you, the trap would basically cover you in sick, which would probably make you sick, and then it would also act as difficult terrain for those squares.
So we could sort of use that to block this path, maybe, because that's where the reinforcements would come, and then we will just deal with these 2 rooms, and then whatever comes, we'll have to deal with the kobolds eventually. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like, yeah.
They did have a caster with them, though. That was probably the
That's
most
not good.
dangerous part.
Why not?
She was-
If we know there's a threat over here, then why not like put the bag near the most dangerous door, right? So that maybe they don't think about it and they come rushing through and they hit it, and then we go deal with the threat that we know is imminent.
Okay. Yeah,
You
that
know?
makes sense too.
Okay, just tell me exactly what you're doing.
So the plan is to go in deeper and deal with the caster first.
I would think so. Casters are scary.
Yeah.
You said this is a bag of some kind, John?
That blue part?
Yeah.
It's a sleeping bag. It's Meepo stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Yeah, we should search Meepo's bag.
Okay. Roll a d10 and roll a d6. 9 silver. 5 gold pieces.
Hey.
Enough for 1 gold
I'll
and
take
2 silver each, and then we still have 2 silver left over
Okay.
from earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've marked the traps that you guys are aware of. The trap that's closest to the door that you entered in, it is disarmed. But the bag is basically just there off to the side.
So do you want Dontok to drag the bags over to the doors that are small trap? And then untie it? Is that the idea?
Think so.
Make it difficult
Yeah.
terrain in one of these.
Sure.
So you want to put the big bag in front of the door.
Yes.
Okay.
And like untie it, right? So if they like run through it, it makes a huge mess, maybe slippery, maybe nasty.
Causes them their own problems. Okay.
Right.
So basically, like right there.
While he's doing that, I'm going to stand here and try to listen down the hall just in case they hear all of it.
Sure. Make a perception check.
John, probably move that trap
17.
north 1 more second.
Okay. You do hear that there are kobolds talking in Draconic. You're not really able to make out exactly what they're saying, but it does sound like there's a female voice that's kind of yelling at them and basically telling others what to do. And then what were you saying about Chef?
And then this, I'd lower this down and put it in front of.
Okay.
These
Oh no
doors.
no.
Is that a
Never
no?
mind.
Is that happening? Okay.
Is that one a large bag that
Yeah.
like does it need to be disabled too?
Yeah, it's the same exact trap as the last one.
They're
but
gonna like hear us though.
that's actually what I was getting to. So don't talk. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Well, he's gonna ask the party if that's what.
Well,
they're
you
doing.
already said you were doing it, so. Don't talk. Good thud. Pull bags, slip, put there. And you hear on the other sides of the doors, all of the doors that you're kind of near, you hear the sounds of exclamation points. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys take movements and actions if you'd like. Just one movement and action per person. So, Jason, what are you doing immediately after what sounds like that quiet moment after being caught out?
Blade ward.
Okay. Nat?
Yeah, I'm drawing my bow.
Okay. Any movement?
Nope.
Lewis?
Preparing the burning hands for any that walk through this door.
Okay.
Or this direction. In basically first direction that I see.
Gotcha. Kai?
I'll hide. Oh, not very good.
Okay. Right where you're at. Just try and duck down.
Yeah, just trying to maybe
No,
hope they don't come out.
That check was pretty bad. So, Chef, what are you doing immediately? Oh no, sorry, you're placing the bag. That was the triggering action. Okay, so from the door you just set a bag in front of, you hear a. From the door that Jason's closest to, you hear a. After the horns blast in that order, Vilm, you hear a draconic kind of yell. Sounds like a kind of call for action. Do you speak Draconic,
Nope.
Valcoris?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a female's voice, a female kobold, kind of yelling out some sort of call. Single word, maybe two, to others. And then you start hearing the sounds of what sound like blades being banged against shields. Let's just go ahead and roll initiative.
Do I hear where they're coming from? If they're coming up north from the hallway or straight down?
North from the hallway, straight out from the hallway, all of the doors that you can see from the hallway, every direction. The best analogy I can kind of give you here is Helm's Deep. Or not Helm's Deep, my brain's not working. Mine's Moria.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because this is because this is an activity that is being presented by a single force, they will be all operating on the same initiative count.
Indeed.
Fortunately for you, it's low, it's 5. Alright, so descending order. Highest up is Everin. It sounds like there are a number of them. Last count, you recall there being 3 per room. So there's probably 3 in that room. There's probably 3 in that room. And in every door that you can see from there on, there's probably 3 more. You saw about a dozen last time, 1 caster. You're not sure if you saw them all.
Okay, I'll just take a step back and ready to attack whatever I see first. That's hostile.
Okay. The bench looks like it might be able to support some amount of cover, but only if you crouch down.
Oh no, I'll just wait for now.
Okay. Dawn talk.
I'll move there and ready in action to strike the first thing that comes up.
Okay. Kind of over the bag, or...
Yeah, I'll step in the bag.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try to maneuver around it if possible, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to.
And the bag was set up so that it would break open if anybody stepped in it. So with that being said, you're going to be kind of covered in filth. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah. For 1 minute, you will be able to save when you are no longer in the square. But for 1 minute, you'll be able to save at the end of each turn that you're not in the square. So if you stay in the square, you don't get a save. You move out of it, you do. But you're poisoned.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. And your ready to action is prepared. Okay. Alright. Osiris, you see that the turtle is basically just kind of... its tongue's kind of hanging out of its mouth. Looks like it's kind of... eyes are kind of rolling into the back of its head. but it looks determined to fight. You move over to the other door to the north there, and
Yeah, and prepare burning hands for anything that comes this way.
make an Arcana check.
John, am I poisoned because of the stench?
Because of the filth, yeah.
So if it's the stench, then I can hold my breath.
Grossness.
Yeah, so that's more for being able to breathe underwater, not so much breathe under shit. So noted. But with that check, Lewis,
Wait for an Arcana.
you would note that the nasty shit, it's probably flammable, and Dontok is currently covered in it.
As I will say to Dontak, I apologize in advance.
Okay. And you still ready your action to Burning Hands if something comes in?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay.
It's called splash damage.
All right. All the doors open, almost if in unison. And 3 kobolds start to exit out of the door that Dontok's at. Dontok, you were the first to set your initiative reaction, so you will be the first to take a reaction as the first kobold tries to come out. You may make an attack. Yeah, that hits. Damage. Okay. The kobold kind of steps out and you're like about to throw up, but then you just throw your mace out to the side, hit it, and it kind of just bashes its head clean in, snapping its head around almost in like a 160-degree angle from where it started. The next kobold starts to step out. I need a dexterity saving throw from Dontok and Osiris. Actually, no, you're not in it. You're next to it. Okay, so yeah, just Dontok. Okay, go ahead and throw your burning hands, please. Okay. Okay. It would hit both of the kobolds at the angle that you're firing it. It ignites the crap, which will do half the amount of damage that you rolled. So, Dontok, you'll take 6 points of fire damage. And the square you're standing in, the trap square, the larger one, is now on fire. It no longer counts as poisoning you, so you will be able to make your saves for that afterwards, but it does count as you being on fire. If you start your turn in it, which you're going to have to, you'll be taking a d6 fire damage.
Dun dun dun. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you guys don't know how to work as it.
Would that set my earlier reaction off?
Yeah, take a shot. Because they're... Yeah, you'll go ahead and hit that. It'll basically be the closest ones to use Trail's commands coming out first. So, ooh, I can't believe you rolled that bad. It's not dead. Even though I marked it as such. I thought I was almost certain it was gone, but no, yeah, you chatted. Solid. The 3 kobolds who exit out of this room here, the first room closest to you, one of them looks like it has a backpack on that seems to be filled with all sorts of mannerisms. The 3 kobolds that exited out that you first shot at, they look like they're lesser tier than the 2 kobolds that came out with the one with the backpack.
Okay.
This one comes out and kind of gets annoyed, and the others don't come out because it's kind of stuck in poop, but it's looking over at Valkoros like, confused.
I'll take a shot as soon as they step into the light.
Yep. Those ones that came out of the south door, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Only the first one, the lead one's going to come out, but there's also one in the doorway. You'll shoot the first one, that'll hit and kill. And then you'll shoot the one behind it, and it did have cover, but who cares, right? not you, and you shoot and kill it too. You hear more water coming from that chamber, as apparently John Wick is Josh Groban. Valcoris.
Alright. So let's get up here and give it to him, shall we? I pop around the corner. And cast Burning Hands on these bad boys.
5, 10, 15. Do me a favor, make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okay, not good enough for what I was planning, but yeah, those 3. Perfect. Go ahead and click that spell for me.
Well, shoot. There it goes.
Alright, so half would be 6. Okay, DC?
Sorry. Spell sheet. 13.
Okay, let's see. They have the potential of surviving, so... No, they don't.
Roast.
The thing I said was a lie. Yeah, all three of them. Oh, hold on, actually. Sorry. Save isn't...
Maybe not the big guy.
Yeah, save isn't any different, but... He has more hit points, but not enough. Yeah, you kill him right on the nose with that 13. You watch as they kind of get incinerated. You see that the backpack seems to be kind of filled with living creatures. There are apparently like some sort of scorpions inside that are now on fire, and a couple of jars kind of break inside of it as that kobold falls to the ground. Based on everything he had gear-wise, he's got a slightly toasted set of trap maker's tools, or there's also a set of thieves' tools on him, but he looked like he was the trapsmith of the group.
Thieves' tools.
Found him. Alright, and then any other movement? You moved 30.
No, I think that was my full 30.
Yep.
Wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
And
No, I'm just gonna kind of like gloat a little bit, like, yeah, burn, motherfucker.
solid film. Yeah, you have pretty good line of sight, I believe.
I hit the one that I previously didn't kill.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or not. I don't know what I'm doing with this bow.
Yeah, apparently it just kind of ducks. The one behind it kind of like ducks as well. These ones don't have shields, they just have their daggers and slings. It does look like the ones behind them, though, do have shields, as did the ones that just got ignited that weren't the trap maker. Alright, Everin, you know just by the sounds of it there is at least one more kobold in that door that the 2 came out of. Yeah.
I'll step down and
Move alongside the cage,
shot at him.
take a shot, hit, damage. Yeah, you hear just a sickening pop, and also you see like a white X kind of appear on your screen, and kind of a sound. Never mind. Go ahead.
and I'll move towards here.
It's a Call of Duty joke. It would have played to other people. So that's 25 movement so far, right?
Yeah, this will be a disadvantage. I'll shoot the
One that she shot.
one of the ones towards.
Yep, the one that she shot.
12.
That will still hit. Don't roll damage. Yeah, it's dead. It had an arrow in it already.
And my last movement, I'll just duck behind.
On
That's all for me.
Meepo's grave. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just be right back too.
Okay, cool. Don't talk.
Were there more still alive in this room than
Oh, sorry. Real quick. At the start of your turn, you'll be taking a d6 fire damage.
You saw me.
1 point of fire damage. And you're still poisoned, which just means you have disadvantage on all ability checks and such. From what you saw, that entire room was just filled with fire by Osiris, as were you. It doesn't look like there's any more in that chamber.
Okay. Where am I going? This is the hallway, right?
Yeah.
Can't see. It's just dark.
Yeah, you don't have light.
Oh yeah, not airmill. Whoops. Alright, I'll step right here and heal myself again.
Okay. So, alright. I believe you're at full again.
Yeah.
Okay. Osiris. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Make a Constitution saving throw, Shad. You are no longer sick. Actually, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Attack rolls and ability checks. Yep, you're good. You're no longer poisoned.
That's my turn.
Okay. Osiris.
Move down to here. Still can't see anything. I'll move my final 10 feet to there. And take a. Oh, I can't see anything, so I'll prepare a fireball for anything that gets closer.
You can't see anything?
I can see, but I can't see anything alive down that way. So
Yeah, so then you can't see a target to fire a firebolt at, so...
I meant prepare one.
Okay. Ready in action.
When I can.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Fun times.
One of them's for sure gonna charge me. Blast him.
Oh, no. I've got better plans for you, buddy. Something is said in Draconic. Dawn Talk speaks Draconic, right? Don't worry about the mage, I'll deal with him first. And then blah 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 and spellcasteries. She seems to be casting a spell, but you don't know who she is because you can't see her.
Be careful.
You need to click it 2 more times. Okay. Jason, take 9 points of force damage as you're blasted with 3 bolts of magic missile.
Yikes. That puts me to exactly 0.
Okay. Osiris, you can kind of see in the darkness that blue light kind of flares out and surrounds the frame of your ally and drops him. And then you hear the whopping sound of what sounds like slings. And they have a range of 30. So I believe these 2 guys here. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Will be firing at disadvantage on you, Osiris.
Okey-dokey.
A 21 hits for 5. And a 15.
I was, yeah, the 15 hits, but I was down
Oh,
on
sorry.
the first one.
Sorry, I had disadvantage. 13. 5 knocked you out, though? Okay. So...
Yeah, and the 13 hits.
Oh, then 1 failed death saving throw as you're pummeled with rocks.
I'm not having a good day with rocks.
No, yeah, you probably wouldn't be. Okay. Let's see. And then these ones would move... Okay, I'm done. Valcoris, death saving throw.
Word.
One fail. So you and Osiris are on the same plane. Bill, yeah, you can see that your allies are dead. It doesn't look like there's anyone close to them at current. It does look like range attacks are basically the source of their maladies.
Osiris.
On Osiris? Okay. 6 back. Lewis?
Nearly at full.
Kind of freaked Vilma out seeing herself go down.
Yeah. And then become a weird changeling creature. Yeah. Do you want to move out of the way of the line of fire?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Everin. Moving into that position. Can you see anything?
Yeah, I can just see two. I'm just debating if I want to go in or.
Okay.
I'll just take disadvantage shots.
Okay.
13.
That will hit these guys, yeah. That'll kill. Second shot. Hit.
17.
And also.
Then I'll go back and cover.
Okay. You hear something spoken out in Draconic. When returns, we won't let him escape this time, is what you hear Don talk. They reset once you get back up.
Also, it wasn't 100% sure.
Alright,
They don't like you.
speaking of Don talk, you can go ahead and take your turn.
Don't worry. Don't talk help you.
You're going to cast Spare the Dying?
I'm at 0, Chaff.
That's what it says. It says
Yeah. No, here's
it has zeros.
he'll just become stable. He will not be able to move or do
Yeah.
anything. You don't have any other healing spells remaining?
Or conscious or anything.
You cast them all on yourself, okay.
Well, actually, I'll just. Well, I can't. If I move, I guess I could use my standard action to pour a healing potion. Right?
Yeah, if you have one.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I think we said I had two.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Roll 2d4 plus 2. Nine hit points back for Falcoris. I believe you're at max.
Indeed. That's exactly my max. Thank you, good sir.
Okay, and you are still prone.
welcome.
For
Pay you
my,
back.
still prone for my records. Osiris, you're up. You are also still prone.
I'll spend half my
I'm still
movement
playing dead.
Oh, do me a favor then. Make a deception check. I'll give you a free one on that. Yeah, baller. Osiris.
I'm going to run to there with the other half of my movement.
Okay.
I can see things to kill. I'll firebolt at this kobold.
Oh, sorry. They're dead. I'm trying to mark them, but it's lagging. Those two in front are dead. They have crossbow bolts in their heads.
Oh, never mind then.
Apologies. There, that's more reflective.
Can I hear that there's a voice down there?
You can
No,
hear
no.
that there's a voice down there. You can't see one.
Yeah, I'll just hold my actions if anything gets close. Firebolt to the face.
Magic missile, the darkness.
Okay. Done with your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So your ready to action will trigger, I believe. As they move to here.
Woo! 17.
Oh yeah, that hits damage.
10.
That'll kill him. The lead one's kind of rushing towards you with a small shield and dagger. You fire a bolt into his chest. It causes him to rush towards you with less than half of his body, as the rest of it's kind of engulfed in flame. This other one will advance. I'm trying to get it so it's on top there. There it goes. And he makes it to right about there. And he will throw his dagger at Dontok.
Silly kobold.
Misses. You catch it with your shield. You can feel it kind of sink into the turtle shell. On your arm. you see that another one kind of approaches about 10 feet behind them. This one's much bigger than the other ones, and it's also covered in armor. Looks like scale mail, perhaps, or maybe something heavier. It has a large white dragon scale as its shield, much like Meepo had. And it almost kind of looks like Meepo, but bigger. Yeah. You can hear the sounds of more of them kind of rushing in from the hallway that those just came in. And it does sound like there are more coming from the hallway to your north. And you would actually be able to see them now, I think. Looks like 3 more kind of coming out and around to flank you.
4.
I'll say that one of them actually wouldn't have been able to do so without dashing, so he'll go ahead and take a shot at Osiris with his sling for 4. And that's it for the forces of Eustrail. Falcoris, this is a precarious position to be sure.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I think we need to clear out this little area right here. I'm going to stay exactly where I'm at, and I'm going to firebolt this front, to the north, the
Okay.
front kobold right there.
I got you. Yeah, take a minute.
And I'm going to let them splash into Dontok. And hopefully maybe somebody else can come up and fill that space next to him. So let me get back to the character sheet. Sorry, I'm whack.
No worries. Hit, damage.
Bam.
Yeah, you're playing. The one throws a sling bolt. You see Osiris get hit in the side of the head and kind of careen off to the side. And just as like the camera watches him do that, you see Falcoris pointing his finger at the kobold and kind of like clicks his thumb like a finger gun, and a bolt of fire shoots into the kobold's face, causing it to scream in agony as it burns its head clean off. Oops, wrong one. the one up
I
front.
fix my hair a little bit.
Let's do a little bit of maneuvering, that works. I don't know why it selected that one, but yeah, okay, cool. The right one is dead now. And any movement from you?
I'm thinking that I need to stay right where I'm at, honestly.
Okay.
I'm good.
Done.
And Vilm's gonna move up. I'll shoot the one further back.
So, hold on a second. The one, gotcha, the dragon shield. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We gotta just let them clump and burn them up. Pick
Do
them
what I
off
can
in the
do.
meantime.
Damn right.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. So you kind of aim true and fire your arrow, and this is a shot that you're certain like would put down any other kobold. You've seen it do. It hits it square in the shoulder, and it kind of looks at you and goes, like it doesn't even. It's not too bothered. All right.
All right. Seeing that, I'm going to step beside Everin and let him know.
Oh, that one's big. I mean, he's still small, but like, he's been to the gym a couple of times.
Strong
Yeah.
kobold.
Everett, he's
Yeah.
swole. He's swole.
I was about to make the same joke.
Yeah, I guess I'll go for that one.
Okay. There is one that is closer that looks like it's a regular one. There are also 2 to the north that look like they're the smaller of the kind that you could probably put
Yeah,
down quickly.
that one looks dangerous.
Okay. I'm giving you your options.
There's more down here.
Oh.
He knows how to use that crossbow.
Yeah, roll damage. And honestly, I think you guys, I need to fix your guys' math, but it's supposed to be max damage for crits. So 7, not max fully, just max on the extra damage. So that should be 6 extra. So 13.
Don't talk.
Okay.
Points down.
Second shot.
Oh, he's still up? Holy crap.
Yeah, he's still standing.
He's BA.
He's a dragon shield.
I'll take another shot at it.
Okay.
You got him.
Damage.
Uh.
So you bloodied him. You shoot him twice. The first one hits him in the eye, and he kind of and looks like he's about to fall over, and then he kind of growls at you. Then you shoot the other one, and it hits him in the shoulder on the opposite side from where Vilm's shot hit, and he's still just kind of growling in your direction. He has not fallen. Don't talk.
Oh my gosh,
I have 5 feet, so I'm just gonna step back.
Get him, Don Talk.
Move to
Kill that bastard.
don't
I think
get
it
an
took like
attack
3
of
damage.
opportunity.
Yeah, you would not. You're going to basically circle around that one to get to the dragon shield.
We'll do that.
Okay. Take your.
Nope.
That'll miss, yeah. Okay. Osiris? There are two.
Step up.
Yeah, two to the north.
Gonna step up here. Burning hands these two.
Okay. Damage. Not even going to be able to save. Yeah, you hear the sounds of screaming, burning, dying kobolds.
Burn, you little bastards. Burn.
Okay. Any other movement?
Yeah, I'll step up a little bit just to make sure there's no more coming this way.
There appears to be a door, and when you kind of come to it, like almost at exactly the same time, you see a very smaller kobold, maybe like teenaged. It looks like smaller than the smallest ones you've seen so far, kind of looking at you out the door, and it's holding a dagger. And it's like, ah!
So it's just gonna lift a finger to his lips and just go shh.
Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, so that kobold that you tried to shush throws the dagger at you and then shuts the door.
Ding dong ditches.
Let's see. So it only has a club on its chart, but I'm going to go ahead and use its same attack characteristic for a dagger. Does a 15 hit?
I'm down.
Yeah. And then shuts the door.
If anyone asks, I was killed by a dragon.
Or a kobold child. I just don't understand what's with these wandering wizards. The kobold that rushed
Get down, alright?
and chucked his dagger reaches down and grabs a dagger off of one of the dead friends. That'll be his action. The dragon shield will be attacking Dontok. And Dontok, you will also realize that, let's see,
There's more behind him.
there are more behind him. Yeah.
I already alerted the party though.
Yep. So it looks like a total of 2 regular kobolds and 1 dragon shield will be attacking you. Okay.
Got this.
And your AC is like 19, right?
Don't talk scared.
Let's see how we do. Attack number 1, attack number 2, and then the dragon shield. For some reason, close that out and pop it up. He's wielding a spear. The spear is very similar, Avendrin, to the weapon that Meepo had. It's like a jagged-ended, like, spear point. It's going to make 2 attacks with a spear against you, Dontok. And first attack misses, second attack misses. You're able to kind of shell up without going full shell mode and kind of block all attacks that are incoming. And then Eustrail will cast a spell. Oh, hold on a second. Shaft. I forgot that kobolds have pack tactics. So, in actuality, that dagger with 19 as advantage would have hit. So you're taking 6 piercing. Sorry, buddy. And Eustrail will trying to think here. Avendrin, you're visible, right? Cool. You are the damage dealer. I'm going to try and cast Chromatic Orb at you. I'm going to say because we have a bunch of stuff in the way, you do have +2 to your AC for the purposes of this attack. Actually, I'll say +5 because it's a lot of shit.
That puts me at 21 then.
Shoot. Miss. It's a sad day. I wish it was the other way around. That would have been awesome. Actually, that would have been you dead. You
That
would
would
have
have one-shot me.
yeah, you would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. She fires off the Chromatic Orb directly at you. It smashes into the small little bit of wall behind you and actually sears through it as you realize that she's fired a bolt of flame that's actually burnt the stone and caused it to kind of melt a bit where it hit, cut through. Valkorus.
Okay. So this is what we wanted, right? I'm going to move right here.
Right, in action to Burning Hands once Stuntalk gets the F out of the way.
Bingo.
I know these drills. This is classic. This is classic. This is the way it's supposed to work.
Right.
Alright, Bill. What would you like to do? Based on what you've seen, Osiris ran away to the north. You don't know where he went. And it looks like they have a plan to deal with this entire mess.
Hopefully.
Except for this guy in the back.
Yeah,
Or
because
that caster back there.
in the front, but I'll hit the one in the back.
Okay.
Can you hit the caster way back there? Do you have that much range?
I don't think she can see him.
Hmm.
You mentioned there's someone farther back?
It's like 80 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pointing. There's a caster back there.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Sorry, the hair threw me off.
Now I can.
Okay. So it's in dim light. So firing at it, you'll have disadvantage because it's in dim light.
Isn't that only in dark vision or darkness though? Because I read darkness is disadvantage.
Hold on a second.
I'll be right back.
Otherwise, there's no point to actually having dark vision.
Yeah, there is. You can see. They can't. Remember how I told him he couldn't even shoot because he couldn't see?
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, well that'll even it out. Take the shot. Oh, hold on a second. Let me double check what I was saying. So, according to SRD, dim light, also called shadows, creates a lightly obscured area. An area of dim light is usually a boundary between a source of light, such as a torch, and surrounding darkness. The soft light of twilight and da-da-da-da-da. Well, that's just a description of what they are, not what it does in combat. Bear with me here. It imposes disadvantage, according to the Reddit for D&D. And also they do it on Critical Role and all the other shows I watch. So I'll double check and find out where it is in the book, but for all intents and purposes, you'll have
Then I won't bother.
yeah, you'd have disadvantage. Using it would basically null that out, so don't waste your inspiration on that. Swing and a miss. Alright, Everin, you're up. You can actually see around the corner and see Osiris has a dagger stuck in him, and he's laying on the ground. Not that you care.
Yeah, it's like the third time I've seen him down. So I'm
Kind
not
of
too.
a lost cause at this point, yeah.
It's my
I'm just gonna
favourite
step
place
up
to be.
here, and I'll shoot the one in the far back. Or not this one.
The one
That's
at the
not
far.
gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit. That'll kill him. Yep. Damn, dude.
And I'll take one more shot at the dragon shield.
Okay.
Oh, that's a miss. And I'm gonna back away.
Alright. Dawn Talk. So
That's all from me.
you were requested by Valkorus to get out of the way. To retreat back. If you do so, you'll take opportunity attacks, but if you take the dodge action, or the disengage action, you will not do that.
What
So your options are move away with an attack and whatever, or disengage, not take any attacks, and then watch him burn everything down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna back up.
Okay, disengage. And basically south, or if you want to run all the way there, that's fine too, but I was going to say that would be out of the firefight. The roll of 9 on the damage is going to allow for my kobolds to potentially save. Let's see what we get. Fail. Success. Success. And then the dragon shield. Fail. So the dragon shield's dead. Finally. The closest kobold, this one here, is also dead because he was the first one to roll. And then the 2 behind him are well damaged. Oh, this one.
Nice rolls, John.
This one already had damage. Okay, you got the dragon shield, and you got the one that was closest to you. There was one that already had damage from something, I don't know what, and then there's now one that's kind of in the middle who saved that 20. You saved, and he's fine. So it got all of them but one.
Nice, I'll take it.
And
when he casts, like, his arms like glow red, you know, like the scarification from him cutting himself is all like with the veins, and it's fucking badass. Yeah, that.
Oh, I love it. Burning blood. But yeah, Dontok retreated. He used the disengage action instead of trying to attack and such. Osiris, death saving throw.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a smart play. 1 failed death saving throw. Alright.
Oh no!
Come on, John, kill me. You know you want to.
Eustrail's turn. I'm going to be making a wisdom saving throw for my kobold that remains, the one that's still alive, to see if he breaks or not.
Because he's terrified.
He breaks.
Of our fucking fiery madness!
He's going to take the, he doesn't have to disengage, so he's going to take the dodge, or dash action, and just straight up book it. Alright, he gone. And then Eustrail is going to make a check as well. She has advantage for hers because she's very, very stubborn. So she's sticking around.
Okay.
And she has 1 more spell slot.
Well,
I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna shoot you, Jason.
I'm thinking so too. I got a 6 body count right now. Come get it.
Actually, you know what? I like your tricks. Let's see if I can duplicate them.
Oh shit.
Okay, she will cast 5, 10. No, she can't get it perfect.
You ain't got the movement, son.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I don't want to get that close unless... Oh wait, the dead guy just ran away. Come on, tokens. Do what I tell you to do. She's gonna fire off magic missile at you. Guarantee.
For sure. It's like guaranteed to kill me.
Yeah, hopefully knock you down. Yeah. Yeah, that'll put you down.
For sure.
Okay.
Big
cool.
2.
Death saving throw from you.
From me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's 1 fail. Got the mages where I want them. And then Vil. She is visible to you. So again, she's in dim light though.
Get her!
Yeah. Actually, hold on. Oh no, it was magic missile. I just had to be able to see you. 11 will miss. And then do you have a bonus action or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Though, since she's fire magic missile.
Yeah. Everin? You're pretty sure that everything's dead I would say that every other square would be difficult terrain, so you'd be able to make it there no problem.
Oh. Alright. You know, he's gonna pay her back for last time, so he's gonna charge 4 now that she's alone and take 2 shots at her.
Get it? It's like a John Woo film. There's like fire and shit, and then you shoot
too many dead bodies in the way.
Misses, and that second shot will hit.
Nice.
It hits her square in the chest, and she starts bleeding out of her mouth, and she kind of like hits the wall, like thunk, and then she kind of picks herself back up and looks at you like mad, but also on the verge of breaking. Dontok,
that's all from me.
You've got 2 friends that you can kind of see from your angle that are currently dying. Would you like to spare one of them?
I will. Well, the only one I can see is Jason.
You can technically kind of see Osiris. If you lean to the right, if you put your square over one, you'd be able to see him. So I'd say.
I'd give you that line of sight.
Yeah, I'm giving it to him too. For sure.
Oh, pour my last potion down.
You're giving it to Jason? Okay. 2d4 plus 2?
Hey.
And then Osiris, death. Or do you have any movement, Dontok?
Move up there by homie.
Yeah, get next to your boy. It'll be moving over the corpses in the line that you're moving in. It's going to be difficult terrain for every square. So 5, 10, 15.
I'm saying go run up there by Osiris.
Oh.
So that you can spare him next round.
Oh, smart. Do you want to do that instead, Chad?
Let me die.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, you'd be able to get to him.
Yeah. And then you can spare him and move back.
During your next turn.
Next round, you know.
Alright. Osiris, death saving throw. If you roll a 1, you're dead. You didn't.
Oh, you were that close?
Alright. Eustrail is going to, at the start of her turn, make another wisdom saving throw to see if she breaks. Because she now has a bolt stuck in her chest. She is not loving it. Yeah, she fucking breaks.
You scared?
She's gonna take the dash action. And I'm going to mark her movement. Sorry, hold on. It would actually be there. It looked like 70, but it was actually 60. I'm going to mark her movement, and I will basically tell you where she's going because she's bleeding all over the place.
Okay.
And this other one you don't see, even though you see it, but whatever. It's that other one that was running. You do hear the sound of a door being thrown open. Alright. Next up is Valcoris. You are prone.
1 minute.
Go ahead.
Stand up and just move this whole way.
Okay. Now
I know that.
Keep in mind.
Yeah.
That, well, are you dashing?
Stand up is. Yeah. I'm not taking any other action.
15, and then 5, right. 10, 15,
or do I have one more
20,
square?
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You're perfect. You're perfect.
Okay. Okay.
And you can see the blood trail kind of like trailing off towards the north there.
Okay.
Bill?
Yeah, so I'll pop out around the corner again.
Okay. You can see the group is spread up again. You see everyone kind of surrounded by dead bodies, holding 2 sick-ass looking crossbows, looking like a fucking action hero. You can kind of, off in the distance, see Valcoris rushing after, his arms still kind of simmering from the fires of his burning hands. And then as you walk past the hallway to the north, you can see Dontok standing over Osiris, looking like he's prepared to kind of help him. And you just move up? You still have an action?
Yeah, I'm just gonna dash.
Okay, go ahead. Moving over the corpses, it's difficult terrain.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Be there.
There's like slick blood all over the stone and parts of kobolds, so it's a little bit harder to kind of...
Yeah.
Right. Everin.
Alright, so I would have 50 if I dashed? Because it's difficult every other.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just to get to here would be 35.
Okay.
And then your dash would be 25 more feet, so, right, your 30-foot movement. So yeah, perfect, exactly right. Dawn talk?
Did she go to the left or right?
Right.
Okay.
Dawn talk. Spare the dying. Osiris is not dying.
Yay.
And you still have movement. You rush back in.
You might.
Looks like everybody's going in different directions. Yeah, you know that. You know that, Jason, and I know that.
Yeah.
But he don't know that. You said, "Come on back."
Right.
Osiris, you are not doing anything.
Just so is everyone running off in an opposite direction?
You're not even conscious, dude. You
They're just leaving my corpse here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just leaving your corpse, like.
I didn't know there was a teenage kobold around.
We have no idea what killed you. Just stay here.
GG, boys.
All right. Next up is Falcoris.
I'm gonna follow the blood trail.
If you go straight up, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Go ahead. You should be able to see. Actually, can you see? Yeah, you have dim light. This door here is ajar, and there's blood kind of leading into it.
Okay. I'm gonna continue moving in this direction another 5 feet, which is the rest of my movement, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. As you cast the spell, and the armor that you already have extending from you kind of starts to whip with the warding sigils, you start to think about it, and you kind of go, "It's not going to do much against that magic missile, but I don't think she can't have that anymore, can she?"
Right. More worried about the minions she's summoning.
Vilm, I didn't mean to skip you, but it is your up. It does look like the majority of your group is rushing the way you were heading.
Yeah. I'm just trying to count how much I have left.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
20 left.
30, 35, 40, 45.
It's
Yep.
dash.
Yep. Actually, you have 25 from that point that you were at. Because you have 35 base movement as a wood elf, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. You good?
It's 25, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you can move 5 more if you want. Because I think I did the math, and I mean, I'm the DM, so I mean, I'm giving you 5 feet. You can take it.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, Everin, you're up.
DMP.
And you can see that the blood leads up to this point here. That door up to the north. Do you want to be the first one through the door?
Not really. So that's what I'm debating here.
You do see Osiris over down to the side there. Just kind of laying there.
I'll just get up against the wall here. Actually, I'll dash till I'm up to here, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's in that room?
As you kind of post up against the door, all like Metal Gear Solid style, you can hear that she's kind of on the other side. It sounds like she's still sprinting.
Item interaction. Can I take off my cloak?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. Alright. That's my turn.
Don't talk. Everybody left you in darkness.
I did. I'm gonna light a torch.
That's your action.
I don't have. I kind of know where I'm going, so.
He's in the dark.
I mean, it all of a sudden got pitch black, so.
Yeah.
I see, and when I light the torch, everybody is.
And you're just surrounded
by dead bodies.
Hail Mary, full of grace. So I'll go back to the dead friend and stand here for a second until next turn.
Sure.
Since no other friends are around.
That makes the most sense. Osiris is still in the dead's position. Alright, this kobold escapes.
I stick the torch in my shell by the way, so I'm not to kill.
And this Eustrail makes it to right about there. It sounds like her movement as she kind of wanders out of that room, you think? It sounds labored. Sounds like she is bloodied. But it also sounds like she might be watching her back as well. Alright, Falcors.
Hold on just a second.
Okay,
I have to grab my dog.
no worries.
Nobody blessed in that room yet?
No, looks like Evren was about to. He pulled his cloak off. He has it in one hand.
I am not gonna get killed by magic missile a third time. I'm gonna come right. Well, no, Blade Ward's still active, but magic missile.
Yeah, it'll be available until the end of your next turn, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna peek through the door. What's going on in here?
Okay.
What could I see?
You see that there are two doors. One is closed on the right side, and if you look to the left, if you step in one square, you'll see off to the left there's another door. It is wide open, and the blood trail goes that way.
I am going to round out the rest of my movement here and cast Blade Ward again.
Okay. Okay. So can you see her?
Or can I see her?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think I can see her.
Yeah, and I can see you, so I'm going to cast my spell.
I was about to say, then I would blast her, I think, instead of
She
cast
had-
Blade Ward. But go ahead and
Yeah, she has
take
a...
your reaction.
Exactly it.
Yeah.
She will cast Ray of Frost. For 3. And also Ray of
And I will
Frost.
bust her
For
with fire.
Yep. Ray of Frost also states your movement speed is reduced. But it doesn't matter.
Indeed.
That's a really good shot. Yep. You
Yeah. Hell of a shot.
you shoot at pretty much the same time. Hers actually hits you first, but your firebolt goes through hers, like shoots through her ray and causes it to weaken. It hits you and still does a bit of cold to you, but not as severe. As your firebolt splinters through her ray of frost, it slams into her chest, and she goes careening, slamming into the wall. You hear a sickening thud, and then she kind of scrapes along the side of the wall and hits the ground. Blood just streaked across the stone wall behind her. We're out of initiative. Holy shit. I can't believe that worked. And I wasn't holding back. I was trying to kill all of you fucks.
Hey, go burning hands.
Yeah, it's a good spell.
I'm gonna go search her.
Okay.
This caster.
Give me a second.
Somebody-
I'm gonna do some calculations here. Bear with me.
Yeah. And somebody go grab our friend.
Just let me know what you guys are doing in the meantime, figuring out what you're planning.
Well, I saw this is just laying on the floor, tongue out.
Yeah.
Then we'll listen to that and go look for the other two, since one can't see and one's probably dead.
I'll stick with Falcorus just so we don't split up too much.
For sure, Lewis. No problem. If there's a wand, it's all yours, man.
Fully get out without needing to buy anything. I'm gonna be so happy.
Looks like there's some kind of tunnel behind her, too.
Yep.
Yay.
Alright, so let me do some math. Do you want me to do each individually, or do you just want to group the whole plot of it as to what you guys attain from the all of them? Okay. Cool. You find on the dragon shield a shield, obviously. It looks like it's made out of a white dragon scale. And he had a spear. Pretty decent quality. Doesn't look like it's mastercraft or anything. It just looks a lot better than the normal work and age that the others had. I need someone to roll me a total of 10 d10 and then 5 d10. $71 silver pieces, 13 gold pieces. Let's see.
Okay, I've got that all down on a list.
Okay. I'm just making sure I've got all of Eustrail's equipment. Eustrail has nothing on her person of note except for a spell components pouch.
I'll take that.
It looks like from what you're detecting here as you kind of investigate her, is she is a sorceress caster, not a wizard.
Right. Pretty standard for kobolds.
Yep, shamanistic magic. It doesn't look like she has anything of worth or note. But she was, when you passed by her to the left, there was a throne with some articles of import that were kind of present there. When you investigate that, you find a key that is in the armchair of her throne.
Nice.
It looks very ornate, and its head is a dragon. It looks kind of familiar. Hint, hint. And
I wonder what this goes to.
there are a couple of jade figures that have been kind of burnished white. They look like they might fetch 25 gold pieces apiece. There are two of them. And a brush that looks like its handle is made out of tortoiseshell. It looks like it's probably worth 10 gold pieces.
You want that? Turtle? Don't talk. You need a brush?
For hair? Is that what you're talking
Yeah. I don't know. You got hair?
about? No. I have a metal pot on my head actually that I forgot about, but I try to brush the pot.
It makes
So I take the pot off and I'm bald, and I try to brush my bald head.
It makes an aggravating sound, to be sure.
I just put it in my bag.
Okay. There is a door that hasn't been opened that was close to Osiris and also where he fell. You have the key, which you presume is to the other half of the Citadel. There's that passageway that leads down into the earth. And there's the door to the north there that hasn't been investigated. This door over here, when you open it, it leads into a 13. It's an empty room.
Okay. Well, I think we should definitely look at these doors before we go look in that other area. And also, I mean, probably we might let the next group go through the area with the key. We might just take it back to them.
Yeah, considering Osiris is down and we don't have any heals left, we should probably just fall back after we check these last few doors, maybe.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. Everin, the door that you are checking now is locked, but it's locked from your side. It seems to be locking something in.
Do I hear anything behind it?
And it's completely still.
Does the dragon shield look nicer than Dawn's current shield?
It definitely looks prettier. It's just a very ornate looking white dragon scale. Probably from like a huge dragon.
I'll open it and take a look inside. I'll unlock it and then take a look inside real quick.
Okay. When you break it open, you see that it's a hallway, 10 feet wide, 20 feet long. Goes to another door. The door on the other side looks like it too is locked, but that one is also barred.
That's suspicious. Maybe we'll leave that for another time.
Do you close
What
it?
about this one?
Do you close it and lock it again?
Yeah, sure. I
The
don't think
door,
we're ready for another fight.
the door that you move to, it's a stone door, very secure, and it appears to be handleless. There's no door handle. And when you kind of try to push it open, it seems to be locked and barred. Just by the feel of it, you can kind of tell that it's both.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess there's a few more, but
Yeah, there's this door would have been left open because dragons, or kobolds rather, came out of it. This would have been another hold on a second. I'm getting lag. Here we go. This door here would have been another one of the kobold like dens. This one that you're looking down at. And then the door here, when you check it, it's like the door to the north in that it locks, but it locks on the outside, locking something in.
okay.
Well, I mean, what if there's like people in there? You know, what if there's some kind of prisoners or people that
That's true too.
who would the kobolds be holding hostage like that? Nothing too bad, right?
Yeah, that's true too. Do we want to just short rest first, just in case?
Yeah, can we try a short rest?
Did
Sure.
Osiris roll his d4? He might wake up in an hour.
Yeah, roll a d4 there, Osiris. See how long you're unconscious.
Ugh.
You're gonna be unconscious for a while.
Short rest gives me nothing, but if it helps
get
you guys,
spell.
then
I could spend hit dice to heal, but
Wait, you get a spell?
what?
I thought Nat said something about. What do you get?
Never mind. I'm not haven't chosen my circle yet. Never.
Yeah. Do you have any spells left though to heal him back up, or?
we're tapped, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's accurate. Lewis, I understand. Do you guys want to open this door and check it?
Yeah.
Falcarus makes a good point. Yeah, we should
Okay.
check it.
On opening it inside, you see that it is very much to Falcarus's non-surprise a prison cell. There are 3 goblins that have been completely stripped bare. Around their necks, they have metal bands that have been locked in place around their necks, and they're attached to chains, are pittened to the ground. Staked to the ground, rather, is a better word for it.
Ooh.
They appear to be very malnourished, and when you kind of enter in with light, they kind of like blink away and kind of look at you and start kind of grumbling and gobbling.
Does anyone speak Goblin?
Pointed to the dead guy. Or the unconscious one.
Don Talk will go up and offer him some food.
They try and stay away from you.
And toss them food then.
Look, these guys.
Don't worry, Don Talk help you.
They'll take it in that way, but they will not take it directly from you.
These guys are scared, right? We can use that to our advantage. Why don't we take them with us back to camp? And we can keep them chained up there and plumb them for information.
Don't
I
talk about
suppose.
them friend.
I mean, there's a lot of us, right? It's not like 3 goblins, or if the other room has goblins, 6 goblins can overtake 15 of us.
As you're saying that, Everett, you're more or less trying to work out the particulars of getting goblins up a 50-foot rope and to the camp. And then you're also thinking about what your other mission in this point was, is to find a secure safe hold point inside of the Citadel proper.
Oh, I guess we could have them come here. Would be better.
Yeah, that's... But then what's down that... I mean, we know what's around most of here, and we can probably barricade a lot of these doors, but... Should we scout down that hole, or should we wait until everybody gets here? I would
say,
hate to...
Yeah, I would say let's fall back and we'll just call the others here.
Okay. I'm assuming, but this is just me assuming, that your safe point of operations is going to be the tower room. If I'm wrong, tell me different.
Um,
I think so.
let me see here. Yeah, the room with the traps and everything.
Oh, no.
I think he meant before that, the circular room.
The circular room, the tower room. The one with the dead goblins and the speared one at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine if it's big enough.
Yeah,
I was about to say, is that big enough? You
yeah,
think?
that plus the courtyard outside should be fine.
Because it leads to the next door we need to go through. The
What's
dragon.
this room?
Mhm.
Oh, that one.
Okay. If that's the case, what I'll do is go ahead and situate yourselves in that circular room for now. I'll pull us off the map here in a second. But let's go ahead and kill the stream. Thanks for watching. Stop the stream.